Now, here's the thing. The Apple Watch is my favorite Apple device of all time, but the Apple Watch Series 8, there's one thing that I really do hate, and I'll tell you what it is at the end of the video. Now, because of the release of the Apple Watch Ultra, the Apple Watch Series 8 has not been getting any attention at all, and that's mostly being because of the lack of features inside of the Apple Watch Series 8 and because of the lack of design changes, because yes, the Apple Watch Series 8 looks and feels exactly the same as the Apple Watch Series 7. The Apple Watch Series 8 now has the brand new S8 chip, but here's the thing. It's not brand new because it actually has the same CPU as the S7 and as the S6 chip. So we get a couple new sensors on the Apple Watch Series 8, the most important one being the Apple Watch will now detect your wrist temperature, which is an extremely big deal for those who want a better understanding of their period. Now, the Apple Watch will track your temperature while you sleep so you can see changes over time. So you can use all of this data to have an estimate on when you're likely going to ovulate. Now, this is a huge deal for women across the world, for women that want a detailed view of their menstrual cycle. Big deal. Now, the Apple Watch Series 8 also has massive improvements on the gyroscope and accelerometer. What that basically means is that the Apple Watch Series 8 can now detect if you've been in a severe car crash. Now, I really hope you don't use it. I really hope I personally don't use this feature, but it's honestly, I love these features. I love these small health and safety features that Apple has added throughout the years. I mean, once again, I don't want you to use it. I don't want myself to use it. I personally haven't tested it for this video, but it's a big deal as well. Now, if you're a big traveler like me, you're absolutely going to love this feature because the Apple Watch Series 8 now has international roaming. So now when I'm running in Thailand or in France, without my phone, I can now still be connected. I can now still receive phone calls. I can still get my notifications all on my Apple Watch, which is amazing. Are you ready? You can now get up to 36 hours without charging your Apple Watch Series 8 with low power mode. Now, how does Apple do this? Well, the always on display, the background sensors, the heart rate notifications, cellular connectivity, all of that will be turned off, but the most essential features on the Apple Watch will still be on. Now, one of the massive and groundbreaking features coming to the Apple Watch is actually not coming from Apple themselves. Video calling is now available on the Apple Watch thanks to Wristcam. Whenever you go running, whenever you're surfing, whenever you're doing a bunch of activities and you don't want to have your phone with you, you can now do that. Now, I know you're not going to do 15-minute video calls on your wrist because your wrist is obviously going to get tired, but for those quick interactions. And with Wristcam, you can also take photo and video directly from your wrist. But that thing is so big, well, guess what? It's only 22 grams, so you literally don't notice that it's there. So the Apple Watch Series 8 continues to be the best Apple Watch yet. I absolutely love my Apple Watch to keep me motivated throughout the day for my activity rings. It helps me move, exercise, and stand more. I absolutely love working out with my Apple Watch. I absolutely love competing with my friends and family with my Apple Watch to see who's more active. Here's also something that not a lot of people realize with the Apple Watch Series 8. If you want to pick up the beautiful stainless steel watch, it is only available on the Apple Watch Series 8. So if you love stainless steel and you want to pick up the Apple Watch SE, it's not available over there. And not even with the Apple Watch Ultra. If you want stainless steel, Series 8 is your only choice. Apple Pay directly on your wrist, being able to pay for stuff. I mean, it's still amazing how today-a-days, every time I pay directly on my wrist, people are still surprised. Having a digital voice assistant always ready for you directly on your wrist with Siri is incredibly useful. And also maps, being able to just search for some directions with your iPhone and then putting your iPhone in your pocket and then the Apple Watch letting it guide you with tap-to-tap notifications is incredibly useful. And then if we talk health, the Apple Watch has superpowers, being able to take an ECG directly on your wrist, being able to have medicine reminders, being able to measure your blood oxygen levels directly on your Apple Watch changes everything. Here's what I think. Here's what I hate about the Apple Watch Series 8. The Apple Watch has gotten so far, so incredibly far from the competition that it's not even a fair game anymore. There is no pressure for Apple to release a bunch of new features on every single generation of Apple Watch, which is a good thing. I mean, a very, very good thing for Apple, and I guess for us as customers. But for the fans of the Apple Watch that are waiting for massive new features adding to the Apple Watch every single year, it's kind of upsetting to see how the Apple Watch is doing so well and how the Apple Watch has been so perfected over the years. But here's the thing, the Apple Watch Series 8 will probably be one of the most popular Apple Watches ever, because let's be real, if somebody goes to the Apple Store wanting an Apple Watch, they will probably be like, I'm in between the Apple Watch SE and the Apple Watch Ultra. Of course, the Ultra isn't going to be for the standard consumer. Probably the SE is like, I'll just get the mid-tier. I'll just get the Apple Watch Series 8. And they're not getting a bad product. They're getting the best smartwatch in the world. And I'm sorry to say this to all the watch fans and all the watch addicts, but the best watch in the world.